A lot of people are so poor that the only thing they have is money. So yes, we all want to get to that part where our financial situation is really not an obstacle anymore. But once you have the money, then what are you gonna do with it?
Hey guys, this is Jose Baeza, and I am here to go with another episode of the JB Show. So today I have a special guest, Mr. Jay Juarez, who he is an author, speaker, and he also does a lot of coaching. And Jay, thank you so much for coming in to the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jose, and it's really an honor for me to be here sharing this space with you, and just to help our clients get the wisdom and the knowledge to get to where they want to go.
For those of you guys that don't know who Jay Juarez is, he has been working with us at eFunding Experts for a couple years now, but more importantly, he's been working with a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of business people, a lot of individuals that are looking for coaching, life coaching, and so forth. So he is a wealth of knowledge, and I am super excited to ask him several questions. So welcome, Jay, again. Just start off by asking you a couple of questions, because right now we're in a situation where a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people that used to have a job, right, no longer have a job. And so we get in our company a lot of individuals looking to start businesses. What has been one of your personal experiences in terms of helping others getting into the entrepreneurship world?
Well, first of all, Jose, let me start by saying that things are changing right now tremendously, okay? Things are what used to be secure in the past. Now we realize that it's not as secure. And there's a lot of entrepreneurs, there's a lot of people that lost their job, of course, due to COVID, due to everything that's been happening. So this is a time for us to really make a decision and see what is it, really meditate about it, because we know that a job is really not as secure as we thought it used to be. I know it can be, scary to venture into an unknown world, but a lot of us, Jose, a lot of people really they've always wanted to start something new, whether it's being a new business, just changing careers, but they are scared. They don't know how to get to it.
And how do we get from the idea process to taking action? Not only making money, but here's the thing. I know that you like to advocate a lot about, it's not all about the money, even though, again, it plays a big role. But how do you get to the point where you get the idea started, and then all of a sudden you take action, you make it create or generate revenue, but at the same time create that happiness?
It's not just about the happiness, because happiness is interesting. Our world is obsessed with happiness. We all want to get, we all think that getting a better job, changing careers. We all think that, a lot of people even having the more better looking body, or even having a mate, a boyfriend or a girlfriend, that'll make them happy. But if we don't start being happy first and then moving to something else, things are going to be very precarious. The happiness, there's not going to be long lasting. I think having meaning, having really something farther beyond than what we could say happy. Because
like having a purpose.
Having meaning in life lasts longer.
That I learned recently, actually, from a couple of masterminds that I've attended, where not only do you have to have money, of course, and time, but once you have money and time, it doesn't last unless you have purpose. And that really becomes more of a triangle where it makes it more sustainable.
Well, I recently heard, and I was speaking with one of my mentors, and I had already seen this post on social media in the past, and it's really, why do we think that a lot of people who could be, who we would think they have everything that we've always wanted to for them to be extremely happy,
Right.
and then they up committing suicide. Jose, a lot of people are so poor that the only thing they have is money. So yes, we all want to get to that part where our financial situation is really not an obstacle anymore. But once you have the money, then what are you gonna do with it, right? And
Absolutely.
it's and not only that, but who do you have around you? Okay, who are the people that you are associating yourself with in order for you to, a lot of people have money, but they don't have a partner,
Right.
they don't have a family, or they might not even have the health. So creating a balance in those four areas of your life are very important. Now, and we'll touch more about that as we go.
Being in the entrepreneurship world, of course, we come across a lot of different types of people. We get people that they're just starting. We get people that own billion-dollar businesses and multi-billion-dollar businesses, and it all comes back down to really having that well-rounded life. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but at least we have to be going towards something. As an entrepreneur, we get a lot of ideas, and we get into the whole shiny object syndrome where we want to pursue something because it looks better, but there's no creativity because you haven't given it enough time for it to marinate, for it to fertilize, and for the idea really to flourish and create something great. What are some of the action steps that you would recommend for someone that's looking to start a business? What are some of the suggestions that you would say?
One of the very first things, Jose, is you have to look into something that you're passionate about, okay? Because if you don't have the passion for it, everything is gonna be hard. And yet I see a lot of people on social media saying that they have to hustle, saying that it has to be hard, and if it's not hard, then it's not worth it. But when you love something, when you really like what you're doing, then the so-called hard part is not so hard because now you know that you have a purpose and that you have the meaning,
Right.
and now you have a goal to go to. But if you don't identify, as an example, right? Back then when I was still going for in college, I was doing a little bit of my hours, that you have to do. And I found out after helping, one of the secretaries at the office in college, I found out that there's a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people that go to college, they get into their financial aid and all of these loans to finish a career that they never fulfill, they never work on because now they have all this debt,
Mm-hmm.
but they never do anything with it, Jose, because
Right.
we don't ever identify it. Sometimes we think that going to school for something is better than not going to school, but you might be wrong, okay? Because you always, again, I go back to the same thing. You have to really identify what's your purpose. What do you like?
Right.
What do you have a passion for? Because your passion is not my passion, but you have to identify.
Yeah, I've come across a lot of individuals, including myself. Went to college for business administration. Only a year into college, I found out that that's not really the ideal situation. Even though I have a business, I'm more hands-on, not necessarily so much as going to a class and whatnot. And again, I think it's not so much as to kind of going against the grain and saying that college is bad. I think it's just a matter of focus and a matter of really determination as to what you want, because some of those things do require some proper education. You're not going to want the dentist to, go ahead and operate on your teeth if they have no experience in doing so. Same thing as a doctor. But yeah, I think entrepreneurship is the same way. I think we all learn from our experiences. I think there's not one entrepreneur out there that haven't had a bad experience in terms of lessons. And I would say, go for it as well. I would say, let's do it. I would say, go for that idea, figure out what you want, try different things. If you don't like something, it's okay to change, right?
It's always okay because if you don't try it, if you don't know what you don't like, then you don't know what you're going to like. Okay, so you have to give it a try to things that you might have to really discern what is that you're going to be doing in the future. But you have to give it a try all the time. Once you identify what's your passion, then the execution is going to be way easier.
What are some of the resources that you would recommend for anyone that wants to get started? What are some of the books, maybe perhaps some places that they can recommend? I know that you're a big fan of Clubhouse because you've joined there a couple of groups there. Also, I believe you're on social media following certain people. What are some of the places that people can look for more information?
Definitely, Jose. I always recommend. For me, okay, for me and for people that I've worked with, I think self-help books are always a very amazing tool because I always believe that the inner creates the outer. Oh, always. Now, a lot of people make the greatest mistake to go ahead and get into these financial books, and then they get frustrated and they get confused because they don't get anywhere. But then there's also a lot of things that you have to be working inside within yourself that you have to address first. I would say reading, getting into clubhouses, it has been helping us a lot, and a lot of people that we've recommended to it. Not only that, but also attending networking events is a great idea because you can get to network with people, ask questions, even if at the moment you have nothing
Yep.
to offer with, that would be a great option, a great tool. So you can get yourself out there because if you don't put yourself out there, how are people gonna?
Want to share with you guys as to the idea process, how to take action and generate ideas that not only make money but can actually improve your business and help you get started in a business if you don't have one. But we'll be doing way more videos, and I appreciate you guys for the time being. If you have not subscribed yet, be sure to click on the subscribe button. Go ahead and click on the notifications so that you can be made aware when we go live or when we have a new video. Go ahead and make the comments below and let us know what you think about this video. Let us know if we have missed any ideas, any topics, or is there anything that you would like us to discuss. Go ahead and we would love to hear more. So again, guys, this is Jose Baeza with eFunding Experts and at the JB Show, and today's special guest, Mr. Jay Juarez.
It's been a pleasure, Jose, and it's a pleasure to share with you what has been working for us. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.